Inshallah, in this class, we are going to discuss the basics and formulas of straight lines in the first year. Now, let me start with the first one. The general equation of a straight line is ax plus by plus c equals 0. Whenever you get a linear equation in terms of x and y or constant, this forms a straight line. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Now, let me see the different forms of straight lines. First is intercept form. See what is intercept form here, watch carefully. Suppose you are having this coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis. Suppose a line passes like this. This is origin. So from origin where the line intersects the x-axis, this is called x-intercept A. X-intercept A. And similarly on the y-axis where the line intersects, this distance is called y-intercept B. X-intercept A, y-intercept B. So whenever we have this x-intercept and y-intercept questions linked with the intercepts, then we have to use the intercept form, that is x by a plus y by b equals to 1, where a is the x-intercept, and b is y-intercept. So equation of the straight line with x-intercept a and y-intercept b is x by a plus y by b equals to 0. Also, we must know this point. Sometime we have to use this point will be a comma 0. This distance is x coordinate. A on x-axis y is 0. Always on x-axis y is 0. On y-axis x is 0. So on y-axis x is 0, comma. This is the value of y-intercept. No, this is b. So whenever we have to use these points, this point can be written as a comma 0, 0 comma b. Now the next one is slope intercept form. Sometimes what happens, both intercepts are not given, only y-intercept is given and slope is given. Then we have to use this slope intercept form. Suppose this is x-axis, y-axis. Suppose a line passes like this. So in question only y-intercept is given. Then we denote y-intercept by not by b like this, but by c. And suppose its slope is m, then we have to use the formula slope intercept form. The equation of the straight line with slope m and y-intercept c is y equals to mx plus c. Suppose the same line passes through the origin, then what happens? This y-intercept becomes 0, this y-intercept becomes 0. So then we can take the equation as y equals to mx. If it passes through origin, then y equals to mx. That is, m is slope and this line passes through the origin. Now next formula, 2-point form. Whenever 2 points of a line is given, we have to use 2-point form of the straight line. x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2. So then the 2-point form, equation of the straight line passing through the 2 points. When 2 points we have of a line, then the equation can be found by using this 2-point form. That is y minus y1 equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. Whenever we have the 2 points, we can use the equation. We can use this formula to find the equation of the straight line. Now see here the next concept. Slope point form, the equation of the straight line passing through the point x1 y1 and having slope. Suppose we are having one point of a line, one point from which the line passes, and we are having the slope of the line. Slope and point. Whenever we have slope and point, we can use the equation formula as y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. The next one is normal form or perpendicular form. Suppose this is the coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis. Suppose this is the line passing. Now the distance of the line from origin is denoted by p, perpendicular distance. We say this is, suppose this is the perpendicular distance of the line from origin, Suppose this is denoted by p, and let the angle between p and x-axis be alpha. Then Normal form or perpendicular form. Normal form or perpendicular form is written as x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to p. If p is the perpendicular distance of a line from origin and alpha is the angle of p with x-axis in the positive direction, then its equation is x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equals to p. Sorry. And lastly, symmetric form. Generally, we don't have the use of symmetric form. Just you remember this. X minus x1 is to cos theta equals to y minus y1 is to sin theta. Or we can write x minus x1 by cos theta equals to y minus y1 by sin theta. So this is the symmetric form of the line. Now see the next concept. When we have to find the slope, we are having three methods of finding slope. When we have 2 points of a line, 2 points of a line, suppose x1 y1 and x2 y2, then the slope is given by m equals to, slope is denoted by m, so m equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. When 2 points we have, then the slope is given by m equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Suppose we don't have the points, we have the equation of line. Suppose what is equation of line? Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Then the slope is given by m equals to minus a by, when the slope, then the slope is given by m equals to a by b. Suppose we have the, suppose the line passes like this. Suppose this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and suppose the angle with the positive direction of x-axis, that means this angle, anti-clockwise direction. When the angle is given, then the slope formula is m equals to tan theta. Actually, this will become y2 minus y1, and this will become x2 minus x1. So tan is opposite by adjacent, that is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 is nothing but slope m. Therefore, m equals to tan theta. So remember this, when we have 2 points, we use this formula for slope. When we are having equation, we have to use this formula for slope. And when we are having angle, then the slope formula is m equals to tan theta. Now about the distances, we are going to use 4 types of formulas for distances till now. See, first thing is distance between 2 points. We already know this is, we have seen this in locus. Suppose we are having 2 points and we have to find the distance. Then the distance formula is d equals to under root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. And the next one is here, suppose we have to find the distance between a point and a line. Watch carefully. The distance between point and a line. Suppose you see here, we are having a line, and we know line is denoted by ax plus by plus c equals to 0. And suppose we are having a point x1 comma y1. Now we have to find the distance between the point and the line. So generally we don't take distance like this or like this. From point to line we have to take the perpendicular distance. This is the actual distance. So therefore the distance between a point and a line is called perpendicular distance, or we can say length of perpendicular. Perpendicular distance or length of perpendicular. When we use this formula to find the distance between point and a line. Distance between point x1 y1 and the line ax plus by plus c equals to 0 is mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. Distance between point and line is mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. Suppose this point is not x1 y1 but origin 0 comma 0. Then this x1 y1 will become 0. So we can have one more formula, distance of the line from origin. Distance of the line from origin. So these two will become 0. What is left here? Mod c by under root of a square plus b square. The last concept is distance between two parallel lines. Distance between two parallel lines. I'll explain here. Suppose we are having two parallel lines. Suppose we are having two parallel lines. Now we have to find the distance between the parallel lines. Always parallel lines, x coordinate and y coordinate will have the same value. Suppose this is ax plus by plus c, c1 here, c2. X and y is same, or the ratio will be same. Ax plus by plus c1, we take one line, and another line is ax plus by, same because slope is same now, so x and y will be same, c1 c2. So whenever we have to find distance between two parallel lines, ax plus by plus c1 and ax plus by plus c2 equals to 0, we have to use the formula d equals to mod of c2 minus c1 by under root of a square plus b square. So four formulas are there for distance. Distance between 2 points, under root of x2 minus x1 whole square by, so plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Distance between point and a line is perpendicular distance or length of perpendicular. P equals to mod of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root of a square plus b square. Distance of the line from origin is mod c by under root of a square plus b square. And distance between two parallel lines is d equals to mod of c2 minus c1 by under root of a square plus b square. Now you see the next concept, parallel lines and perpendicular lines. The symbol for parallel lines is this, and the symbol for perpendicular line is this. Watch here, if two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Suppose two lines are parallel, we say that these lines are parallel, suppose, then their slopes are equal. The slopes of two lines will be equal if the lines are parallel. If two lines are perpendicular, then the product of their slopes is -1. When the lines are perpendicular, suppose like this will be angle 90 degrees. Perpendicular means angle is 90 degrees. Perpendicular means angle is 90 degrees. Suppose the slope of this line is m1, slope of this line is m2. Then the product of slopes is -1. That is m1 into m2 equals to -1. m1 into m2 equals to -1. Product of the slopes is -1. Now you see the next concept. Suppose two lines are parallel. Equation of one line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Then the equation of another line can be taken as ax plus by plus k equals to 0. If two lines are parallel, then only the constant differs. Suppose the one line is c, then take other line is k. Suppose one line equation is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Equation of line perpendicular to this is taken as bx minus ay plus k equals to 0. See here, equation of line parallel to ax plus by plus c equals to 0 is taken as ax plus by plus k equals to 0. Equation of line perpendicular to ax plus by plus c equals to 0 is taken as bx minus ay plus k equals to 0. Now see the next concept. Suppose we are having two lines, L1 equals to 0, L2 equals to 0. The point where this intersect is called, this point is called point of intersection. Point of intersection is the point where the two lines intersect each other. So how to find this point? There are many methods. I am showing one method. You see here, suppose these two lines are there. We have to find the point of intersection. We have to start from the middle coefficient like this, B1, then C1, then A1, then again B1. Start with B1, end with B1. B1, C1, B1, A1, B1. B1, C1, A1, B1. Here, write this one, B2, C2, A2, B2, C2, A2. Here you must write variable x, here y, here constant. Now like this, you have to multiply x divided by, cross multiply this one, B1, C2 minus, multiply this B2, C1 equals to y divided by, multiply this one, C1, A2 minus C2, A1 equals to 1 divided by, now multiply this A1, B2, A1, B2 minus A2, B1, A2, B1. If you send this denominator here, you will get the value of x. If you send this here, you will get the value of b. That is x equals to, bring this here, b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b. Similarly, y equals to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b. So this is the method to find the point of intersection. Suppose you see here three or more lines passing through the same point. Then the lines are called concurrent lines. And this point is called point of concurrency. If three or more lines passes through a point, then the lines are called congruent lines, and the point is called point of congruence. So suppose we are having two lines. Suppose one line is L1 equals to 0, another line is L2 equals to 0. Then any line passing through the point of intersection of these two can be taken as L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. In some books we write this constant by K. L1 plus K L2 equals to 0, where K or lambda is the constant. So equation of any line passing through the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0 is taken as L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Or we can say like this also, L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0 is called the family of lines passing through the point of intersection of L1 equals to 0 and L2 equals to 0. Now next concept is foot of perpendicular. Suppose we are having a line AX plus BY plus C equals to 0 and a point x1 y1. If we drop a perpendicular from x1 y1, suppose it intersects at, suppose this is P, intersects at Q, then this point Q is called the foot of perpendicular of the point x1 y1 on the lines. This point is called foot of perpendicular. This point is called foot of perpendicular, and its formula will be this formula we have to use. This foot of perpendicular is denoted by h comma k. Now the formula for this is h to find foot of perpendicular. H minus x1 by a equals to k minus y1 by b equals to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. Now slight change image. Suppose this line is ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Now same concept. Suppose here you are having some point x1 y1. Then suppose actual this distance same. If you take here the distance, these two distances are equal, then here the image will form of this point. Suppose this is a glass, then the image of this will form here. Equal distance, this distance and this distance will be equal. So for image only, the difference of the formula is you will get minus 2 here. Same h minus x1 by a, k minus y1 by b. Here only the difference is minus 2 into ax1 plus by1 plus c equals to 0. And one more concept here, parametric equation of line. Suppose we are having a line, let it makes an angle of theta with the positive axis. Suppose we are having a point a comma b here. So if we want to find one more point on this line, suppose the distance is r, here one point, we may get here also same distance, one more point. So to find some another point, when one point of the straight line is given and we have the angle or the slope, then we can use the formula x equals to a plus mod r cos theta, y equals to b plus mod r sin theta. This formula can be used to find any point on the line when another point is given and the slope is given. Now see here, let me have the concept of few sides of a triangle. Suppose you see here, this is a triangle. Okay. Now what is median? Watch carefully. Suppose this side is AB, PC. The midpoint suppose D. Midpoint suppose D. This is suppose, imagine that this is the midpoint. Okay. Suppose this is the midpoint. Then a line passing through one of the vertex and joining the midpoint. Passing through one of the vertex and joining the midpoint. This is called median. This is called median. Whereas a line passing through one of the vertex and perpendicular to the other side. Perpendicular means forming 90 degrees angle, or we can say must form like this T. Must form like this L. Then we say 90 degrees. So suppose you drop a perpendicular here. Suppose this is 90 degrees. So this line is called altitude. Altitude or we can say height. Altitude we can say height. Now what is perpendicular bisector? Perpendicular means 90 degrees angle. Bisect means passing through the midpoint. Passing through the midpoint. Suppose you draw a perpendicular from the midpoint. Suppose you draw a perpendicular from the midpoint. Then it is called perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Suppose I will take one more angle, triangle. Suppose we are having one triangle. If a line, suppose is this angle is suppose, for instance, this angle is 80 degrees. The line which bisects the angle means passing through 40 degrees. Passing through 40 degrees. Okay. In the same way here also. Here also. The line which bisects the angle is called angular bisector. The line which bisects the angle is called angular bisector. You must revise this, you must keep this in mind. Okay, now let me revise this from the beginning. What is midpoint? A line passing through the vertex of a triangle. Vertex of a triangle and intersecting the midpoint of on the opposite side. A line passing through a vertex of a triangle and intersecting the midpoint on opposite side is called a median. This is the line passing to the vertex and the midpoint of a line on the opposite line. Now what is altitude? A line passing through one of the vertex and perpendicular to the opposite side. This is called altitude. Now what is perpendicular bisector? Perpendicular means angle 90 degrees. Bisect means passing through midpoint. Dividing into two equal parts is bisect. So the line perpendicular to one of the side and passing through the midpoint of the triangle is called perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Now lastly, a line which bisects the angle of a triangle. The line which bisects the angle dividing into two equal parts, this line is called angular bisector. Is called angular bisector. Now just now we have seen what are median, altitude, perpendicular bisector, angular bisector. This all the lines are concurrent. That means if we draw either medians or altitudes or perpendicular bisectors or orthogonal bisectors, they all meet at different points or at a point. They all intersect at a point. They all intersect at a point. And if the triangle is equilateral, then all the values will be same. Median is also same, altitude, angular bisector, perpendicular bisector, all will be same. I'm just explaining. The point of intersection of altitude, sorry, the point of intersection of medians is called centroid. The point of intersection of medians is centroid. The point of intersection of altitudes is orthocenter. The point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors is circumference. And the point of intersection of angular bisectors is insect. You must know all these things. Point of intersection of medians is centroid. So point of intersection of altitudes is orthocenter. Point of intersection of perpendicular bisectors is circumcenter. And point of intersection of angular bisectors is incenter. Now, if three vertices of a triangle is given, then we can use the formula of centroid as G equals to. Centroid is denoted by G equals to x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Also, you must know that the centroid always divides the median in the ratio of 2:1. Now, see here in center. For in center also we have the formula. Suppose you have having a triangle A x1 y1, B x2 y2, C x3 y3. The side opposite to A is denoted by small a. Side opposite to B is denoted by small b. This is small c. And this is x3 y3. This is x2 y2. And this is x1 y1. Then the in center is given by the direct formula. For this two we are having direct formula. In center is I ax1 plus bx2 plus cx3 by a plus b plus c. And y coordinate is ay1 plus by2 plus cy3 by a plus b plus c. Now for circumcenter there is two methods. I am showing the easy method. The circumcenter. Suppose if you draw a circle inscribing this triangle Then the center of the circle will be the circumcenter of the triangle. Suppose this is a s, sorry, then the condition will be SA is radius, SB is radius, SC is also radius. Therefore, to find circumcenter, the easy method is we can use this concept SA equals to SB equals to SC. Now solving SA equals to SB, we'll get one equation. Solving SB equals to SC, one equation. If you solve these two equations, we'll get the circumcenter. Suppose circumcenter as x comma y. Using this condition and using the formulas of distances, we can find the circumcenter. Now what is orthocenter altitudes? So we have to find two altitudes and solve it to get the orthocenter. We have to solve for, suppose this is a triangle, let me solve one altitude be AD, another altitude be DE. If we solve this ADBE, we'll get orthocenter. For the complete procedure, you see the problems. Now see the next concept. The ratio in which the line AX plus BY plus C equals to 0 divides the join of x1, y1 and x2, y2. Suppose there is a line, we are having 2 points x1, y1 and x2, y2. Then the ratio in which the line divides this, suppose this ratio is m square. So the ratio in which the line divides the join of is given by m by n equals to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by ax2 plus by2 plus c. This can be written in symbol form minus of L11 by L22 minus of L11 by L22. Now the next thing is, watch carefully. If the ratio is positive, then the points lies on either sides, or we can say opposite sides of the line. Either sides of the line. If the ratio is negative, then both the points lies on the same side. Both the points lies on the same side. If the ratio is negative, then both the points lies on the same side. Now see here the angle between the two lines. Suppose we are having two lines. Now to find the angle between the two lines, the formula, we are having two formulas. The first formula is cos theta equals to mod of a1 a2 plus b1 b2 by under root of a1 square plus b1 square into under root of a2 square plus b2 square. One more formula is, when we use slopes, we can use this formula. Tan theta equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Actually, there will be two angles. This is theta, means this will be 180 minus theta. If one angle is theta, then the other angle will be 180 minus theta. We are taking mod, means we are taking only the acute angle here. We are taking the acute angle. If you want to find the other angle, that can be 180 minus theta. But just you remember this, the angle formula is tan theta equals to mod of m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. Now the condition for congruent lines is a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 a3 b3 c3 equals to 0. Or we can solve the two lines and the point of intersection, we can substitute the third line for the congruent lines. Now these are the little basic sign concepts and formulas of straight lines. Especially for the beginners, I request that you go all through these formulas. You paperize this, you write on the paper and by heart this, and keep this all in your mind. These are the main basics you will use, not just in straight lines. This can be also applicable in pair of straight lines and the senior inter circles, system of circles, everywhere you are going to use the basics of these straight lines. So if you are understanding these concepts and formulas, then I request you all to like, share and subscribe this channel.